Hello everyone, continuing with our readings from Halbschein at Midnight, beginning with a piece called Menarcheopteryx. Redundant, you say? Well, I'll never eat a honey bun in anger and sadness again. It rose on its titular wing prototypes to compete with giant squirrels, its feathers fenestrated wildly. You so could hear them. Do you love the sound of dishes being washed? How about a car? Unsettling how this very same person would probably have rejected surrealism itself. The novel proper, and the trouser legs sweaty, sticky, remorseful, but finally free. Yes, sit in the leftover pea. Make more of a mess than your brother, the fresh. This one's called Every Middle of the Rain. Squat, turbid indigo as yet in the home. You can tell me about the bladder in the pages of this nocturnal nomenclature. I like that word. When will my old companions visit me again? Never, you say? Yes, life got away from me somehow, but really, there was only so much I could do. Hopeful as the light, depressing as dog food. Come back, he said, remembering places, corners in the yard, the house next door where I used to live. Don't bring me any more Goodwill pies. I don't need new neighbors. This one's called The Nurse Who Didn't Believe in Vaccines. I wonder how the divorce was decided. Who made the initial move? Who wanted it first? Who plotted its execution? When did it first become a reasonable option? At one time, hard to believe as it is now, divorce was the leading worry among evangelicals, fundamentalists, whatnot, not abortion. What will it be 20 years from now? I wonder how much of the Christian hardliner population will die off as a result of all of this. I wonder how much of the Earth's population will die because money is their god. This one's called Millennium Tension. And away it goes, tension relaxed, released, reprobate of the will's legal or judicial oversight. Like a band of elastic, it flies onto the floor, but therein lies the origin of our unscrambling prose or poetry. And just what is poetry, you ask? I'm glad you have posited or deposited that question, for it is a long-remembered quest of mine to overthrow the tyranny of rhyme and meter and all feeling. No, I don't want to conjure up strange associations with some overturned wheelbarrow of blueberries. I just want to dance about and express myself, Kenneth. This one's called Belabor the Flip. The worst feeling you can have is that of disappointing your child. I guess, and I'm guessing here, that's why some people don't have children. I think some people didn't enjoy being children and never felt like anything other than an adult. I liked playing, but I was a bully and resentful. An obvious contradiction. Why is it that lately I've begun to see places from the past so clearly, yet places that I want to remember, need to remember, I can't? The indoctrination continues, but at a slower pace. Well, they won't get me this time. This one's called Craft Bleacher Quickly Experiment. Who would have thought that I was right about Joni Mitchell and wrong about so much else? Who, I demand? Ah, fellatio. Don't confuse it with the name of the co-worker. I'm sure she's endured enough teasing. Did James Taylor cheat on her with someone besides King Heroin? Things I know nothing about and have no right to speak of. I wasn't there. I was never there. They all look upon my memory as an irritant. But here in the laboratory of the mind I am cooking up a soothing balm for such things, and more things. We walked on the moon, you know. This one's called Intractable Ocean Compromise. It makes you wonder what the word promise actually means in its etymological root. Arachnids are included, of course. It doesn't matter where you go from here on out. Beyond the fence, it's all private beach. Private lodgings may be obtained through the newsagent of your choice, back when such things were possible and personal. Come personal, discreet on the train. I'm glad I ran into you. I'm going to speak Italian to Mike for a little while. Is that okay with you? I haven't yet mastered the composite. This one's called The Seat of Magnets. Activation by recovery, the frost in at its bloom, nevermore mode meridian, I can amble, floast in the floaster, or from it lather. Mainly I am keeping crab grip at bay with your own very asparagus stalks, so they said. But you and I knew diffidence. At the closet bear your shelf ease. How did they do it? So you may wonder well. Donna, Donnet, dive me that. Just talk me down, through, on and loud. Don't translate if you could saw through the disease. Mint, electric, omelette, amulet, Roman wheat. This one's called Desperate Disinheritant. What the result of this fantasy, go back in time and offer Poe $1,000 to write what essentially amounts to a Dracula novel 50 or 60 years early? He died so young and lived so much longer ago than one realizes. Anything before the American Civil War is considered the primitive region. The telegraph, the hot air balloon, the repeating rifle, a long time ago. Why not go back and give Hitler an all-expenses-paid trip to the American Southwest? I've always thought horses would have done Bukowski a world of good at just the right time. And this one's called Hopeless as the Steam-Powered Clam relative to its cousins among the clergy. I am now reminded of the value of keeping my knees together, or at least exercising in such a way. Maybe it will help my back even as my right eye shows signs of strain, the area around it signs of impending stroke or tumor or horrible accident. Let the moon decide. 52 weeks in the year, one for every letter of the alphabet, large case and small. Say that to the wizard and see what he thinks. Pay toilets just down the hall from the gumball machines. Alright, talk to you next time. Bye.